Welcome to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com. Scott Kirby and Loyd Kirby with you this morning. It's the Kirby and Kirby show. We are at Stag-R-Inn for their ALS Run Walk 5K. It benefits ALS and Lou Gehrig's disease. Good morning, Loyd.
Good morning.
Little
to you, sir.
Opposite side of the camera here today.
That's all right.
You know, they always said you had a face made for radio, but now
I think Joe said that.
Oh, Joe said that. Joe.
Speaking of which, where is he?
Joe's a no-show.
Oh.
He just kind of comes and goes as he pleases. But we are inside the Stag-R-Inn. Had a little bit of weather this morning, so we thought it'd be best to have it inside. The runners and walkers are running right now. We got some people kind of
staggering in
over across the finish line. So get on out here today. There's all kinds of things going on. There'll be a silent auction, 50-50, a bags tournament, all kinds of things going on today here at Emden, Illinois. Something else going on today, our very own Jake Johnston. He's obviously the owner of Jake's Furnishings.
The furniture guy.
You get the name there.
Yeah.
A 15th anniversary celebration today where you can register to win a $1,500 Ashley Furniture shopping spree and a $1,500 Bimco or Spring Air mattress giveaway, along with other awesome prizes and food. You have until 2 p.m. to stop by Jake's, located at 1100 Woodlawn Road, and register, or you can register online, Jake's Facebook page. You must be there to win. Drawings at 3 p.m. today. Don't miss the register. Don't miss this. Register for a chance to win $1,500 Ashley Furniture shopping spree and a $1,500 Bimco or Spring Air mattress giveaway at Jake's Furnishings.
So register by 2.
Register by 2, drawing at 3. Located at 1100 Woodlawn Road.
In Lincoln.
Phone number 735-1212. Jake's Furnishings. Make it your own.
Make it your own.
So get on out there today, and you could have a brand new living room set or whatever you need. $1,500 worth of prizes, plus other things.
Other things?
And food. What kind of food do you think old Jacob's going to serve up today?
Not exactly sure.
What was that?
I don't know. What was that? Someone probably forgot to turn off their
ringer
on their phone.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard the Jetsons earlier. What kind of food? I don't know. You think he's probably got a grill set up?
Maybe hot dogs, corn dogs. I don't know.
Could be corn dogs.
Could be some corn dogs.
Corn dogs, who'll be there.
Joe will be there. He loves a good corn dog.
Yes.
Next week we'll be at Logan County Airport. The Balloon Fest is here already. Next week, so join us out there. Hopefully we'll have some good weather. So some balloons can go up.
That would be great.
It would be great.
Are you riding a balloon this year? Piloting one?
I've never rode in one.
Ever?
And they do not want me to pilot one. That's for sure. You ever rode in a balloon?
I have not.
Oh.
I've ridden in an airplane.
Well, yeah.
I've ridden in an old school open cockpit biplane.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that?
Terrifying. I was like...
They do some loops and...
No. I would have cried. I was like probably 8 years old.
Oh. Do you remember that far back?
I do.
Wow.
I read about it in the history books.
Yeah. Pictures. Black and white pictures.
Exactly.
The Olympics are going on right now. About
yes,
ready to wrap up. About another day and a half of that. You watch any of it?
No, I did not.
Oh, well, I've watched... I've watched about every second of it.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's about the only thing on TV these days, and kind of cooped up in your house for 3 weeks, and that's kind of what you watch. The Olympics. USA with 105 total medals right now, 38 gold, 35 silver, and 32 bronze. They lead everybody in the medal count. Just some of the top names that kind of stood out. Obviously, Michael Phelps in his last Olympics. He takes home 5 medals. Put up his total, I think he has 23 golds, 3 silvers, and 2 bronze now, or something like that.
Sounds about right.
So, yeah, he's had a pretty good career. He's one of the greats, and, a lot of hardware right there. Another one of the U.S. swimmers that really stood out was Katie Ledecky. She just dominated the field whenever she hopped in that pool. She's a up-and-coming swimmer. She's only, 21?
Yes.
23? I don't know, somewhere around there. She'll be back. Yeah, she'll be back in, was it 2020 in Tokyo, I do
2020.
believe. 2020 in Tokyo. She'll be back and looking to break some more records. Girls basketball, men's basketball, both advanced to the gold medal round. I think they'll be playing today. I do believe U.S. men, they're playing, is it Spain?
I believe that's correct.
You believe? Do you know, or is that just
I have no idea. You could have said they were playing the regulars. I would
have agreed. And the women's basketball, they also advanced. Once you look that up, Lloyd, I mean, you are the information highway.
You got in there.
So
you gotta
Olympics.
say something though. You can't just.
I can't just sit here and wait for you, huh? Let's see. Some other. The women's water polo. Is it water polo? Yeah, they win. They win gold. It's just all kinds of. I mean, then you're watching sports that you didn't even know existed.
Exactly.
So it's kind of fun. It's kind of neat. Then you always have some controversy and some scandals going on. Ryan Lochte with the U.S. swim team, him and some other U.S. swimmers said that they were robbed, held at gunpoint and robbed, which turned out to be false. Made up the whole story to cover up their foolishness, shenanigans. Yeah. So they're in a little hot water right now. I'm sure they'll get out of it, though.
Yeah, so. He did address the media, and he finally apologized. Excuse me, Ryan did.
What makes
saying he should have been more responsible in how I handled myself.
Yeah. And that's just silly. I mean, did they really think they were going to get away with it these days with all the cameras and social media and just everything?
Yeah, someone was going to see something. I don't know.
Oh, they think that since they're in Brazil that they don't have technology there or cameras? I don't know, but that's just with all the good things that the Olympics stand for, and it's supposed to unite all the countries, and then you got to pull this kind of shenanigans, as Lloyd would say. Spell shenanigans. Bonus.
Bonus? B-O-N-U-S.
No, I didn't say spell bonus. Spell shenanigans. Once again, we are at the Stag-R-Inn for their annual ALS Run Walk 5K to benefit ALS and Lou Gehrig's disease, all for a great cause. So get on here to Emden. They're going to have a 50-50 coming up, a bags tourney. I know those bags tourneys are big these days. Silent auction. All the runners look like they're going to wrap it up right now.
That's okay. Trying to keep the crowd away.
So right now we're going to have somebody with the...
We are.
Yes, we have a guest on it. Good morning. Yep, put those on your... Oh, other way. You got to talk into that thing there.
Little technical difficulties here for those listeners.
Good morning, and tell the listeners who we're talking with right now.
This is Lori Lesson.
Lori Lesson, and you are with the fundraising part of this. And can you tell us a little about what's going on and what this is for?
Well, today we are having the 5th annual ALS Awareness 5K here in Emden, Illinois. We have 330 registered participants, and we are pretty proud of that. Being the 5th year, the race is starting to wind up. We've had our first runner come through with a record time. I wish I knew what the time was, 17 something, but so it was a Lincoln kid that did it, so this is good.
Yes,
yeah.
A local kid.
Local.
Say 320.
330 is our registered.
And how many was that from last year? I know it gets bigger every year.
Yes, last year was 497 participants, so we are down a little bit, but I think there are a lot of other races going on today. So, but we are very pleased with the turnout. So
that's good. And this seems like the thing to do this day and age for a fundraiser, a 5K, and so it's kind of like the old back in the day where they do the pancake and sausage breakfast. Everybody did them, and it just kind of everybody got burned out on them.
Now they're doing 5Ks.
They're doing 5Ks, which is healthier. But now it seems like a lot of people are doing them. So it kind of, as long as they're doing it for a cause,
a good cause. And that's when we started 5 years ago. That was our biggest goal, was just to raise the awareness. If one person went home and Googled ALS, just to understand why we're doing this, that's what it was all about.
Right.
And I think we've achieved that. So.
Well, besides the run walk, what else do we have going on today?
Okay, once you finish the race, there's a post-race meal that can be also enjoyed by anyone who did not race, just by donation. We have a 50-50, a raffle, silent auction with some amazing items out there. Some Cardinal Cub tickets, race tickets. Oh my gosh, there's just so many things out there. And then we do have a photo booth that is sponsored by Aaron Semple out here for fun. And of course the radio station's here, which is awesome.
Right, yeah.
And there will be a bags tournament that starts at 1 o'clock, and you can register in here at the Stag-R-Inn.
All right. Bags training, those are big these days as well.
Yes.
Yep. You said there is a meal.
Yes.
What are you serving?
Oh my, it is pulled pork sandwich, or what we call chili burger, Sloppy Joe. And there are homemade cookies from the local ladies in town. And there are, of course, refreshments. So, so come on out.
Cold refreshments of all kinds. So come on out. It's a day-long thing. Anything going on this evening?
No. It
just
pretty much wraps up after the bags tournament.
Bags tournament will wrap it up. So get on out here to Emden at Stag-R-Inn. Is there a phone number anybody can contact for next year? Just kind of get the word out and kind of build this up again.
I'll give you my cell. It's 217-871-3762.
762. All right. And when does the planning for this usually start? Is this a year-long thing? So after today, you kind of work towards next year? Or
yep. We give ourselves a little break. Give ourselves about 2-3 week break, and then we'll get back together to wrap everything up. But then we usually start about January, just contacting each other, and then it snowballs from there, and then we'll start back in January again. And here we are.
And here we are. Before you know it, it goes by pretty quick, doesn't it?
5 years has been amazing.
5 years, and it's grown every year, and just the outcome. I know we've been here, I think, every year.
You've been here every year.
So yeah, it's
awesome.
It's a good thing. It's fun. And it's for a good cause. So let's get on out.
And it's so fun to see all the people just gathering out here that are just watching.
And it's
the townspeople.
A little community, and it kind of brings
people out.
People from Lincoln and
Hartsburg.
Just kind of brings them all to one place, and kind of like a little reunion. And
yes, it's awesome
for a great cause.
I think we even have our farthest one is from Colorado today. Ian Asher. So it's pretty good.
From all over the country.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for having us.
Well, thank you guys for coming. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, and we're more than glad to come here.
All right. Well, we'll plan on seeing you next year. Okay?
Absolutely. All right.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, we need to take a commercial break. We come back, we'll talk some baseball, because Lloyd's just full of baseball knowledge right now and just kind of oozing out of his ears. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. Scott Kirby, Loyd Kirby with you today from the Stag-R-Inn in Emden, Illinois for the 5th annual ALS Run Walk 5K to benefit ALS and Lou Gehrig's disease.
Whenever we host the show, we should get it sponsored by like Kirby vacuum cleaners or something.
We should. Do you think they would?
Maybe. I mean, with the Kirby and we suck, so.
That's true.
It's a match made in radio heaven.
Yep. It's hand in hand there. We suck. Actually, we probably had more intelligent conversation today because Joe's not here. But,
and because I was quiet when you were interviewing our guest there.
I forgot you were here. Go ahead and speak up. That's what you're here for.
When I have something to chime in, like I said, I'm more about quality than quantity, so I pick my spots.
Lincoln High School football getting ready to kick off. They had their Meet the Railers last night at Roy Sanderson. Jeez.
They played it indoors for the weather? Or?
They played it indoors. Oh, boy. But, we do suck. But, they're kicking off next Friday. It's their first game. They will be home against Springfield Senators.
Yes, they will.
7 p.m. kickoff. That kind of...
Be there if you can. Yep. And if you can't, tune in.
We will carry all the coverage here on the radio, as always. The summer kind of flew by, Lloyd. And the kids are back in school. And football's starting up. And it's a good thing.
It's a very good thing.
I know the parents are pleased. All the kids are out of the house now. And back to
You're saying
normal.
That as a parent yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of us work though, so
Some of us do work, Lloyd, and as soon as you tell us what you do as work,
we're efforting on that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Speaking of work, here comes the hardest worker in Logan County right now.
In Logan County.
He's got a good shirt on.
He must have lost a bet because he's wearing that blue shirt.
No.
Man, am I tired.
Did you stay up watching that last night?
No, I just got done running.
What, you ran from the parking lot in here to be on the radio?
Yeah, Jim came and got me real quick.
You
so
ran into the AC is what you ran. I'm sure your wife was running in it.
Yep.
She's a runner.
Carson ran his second 5K.
Well, he didn't even break a sweat.
Well, he doesn't work very hard.
Oh.
34 minutes or something like that.
Hey,
so that's not.
That's better than your time.
Well, they had one number left on their name badges, so I had to give it to him. He wanted to do it.
Well, yeah, you don't want to deny him.
No, it's just 8.
That's just
being a good parent.
That's just
providing.
good parenting.
Right, he's only 8. I can't break him right now.
Right. So what's going on?
Not much.
Good summer?
Yeah, it's been fun. Help these guys with the 8 and under baseball team with the Heat organization this summer, and got in about 34 games. I think we're 18 and 16 or something like that. So it was a good time. Kids improve, so it's always fun when you can help some kids improve at the game. Had a lot of fun, a lot of good parents with our team this year. A lot of good kids. We'll have 8 kids coming back next year for our team again with 8U. So we were young, but yeah, it's been good. And now here in July and August, we've had a little time off, but we're getting ready to start some basketball here pretty soon.
Basketball already?
Yeah, we're getting some get the young guys going, and just keep going. I'm excited for football, excited for regular football to start up, excited for the Illini and the Bears, and of course, if you're a Cub fan, and a Cardinal too, I think you're excited for this time of year right now also.
Yep. Just a little bit on the Railers. They kick off their season next week at Springfield. This will be the last time that the opening day will be in Central State 8. Next year, obviously, moving over to the Apollo. You had an opportunity to talk to Coach Silky or anybody with the program and just kind of
met him one time. Seemed like a very nice guy. Talked with Coach Vlahovic a little bit. His son was on our baseball team this past summer, and he's an assistant now out at the high school. He's excited. Sounds like the coach is very excited. Has a lot more participation this year. It seems like the numbers are up, so that's always good. Now it's I guess transforming those good numbers into football players and then ultimately wins.
Yeah, that's the numbers. I think they had about 10 kids quit on them, but getting the numbers up and staying is key. And the only thing that's going to do that is winning. And hopefully he can install the winning mentality in these kids and just come out this year and just compete. I don't think they're looking to win 5 or 6 games. They're just looking to come out and compete and like you said, not a running clock.
Well, yeah, and that's been, I think that's part of the lack of numbers, as you said, is just the frustration of losing and losing bad at some points. And of course, you're in probably the best conference in the state of Illinois, arguably, with all the schools that we have in the Central State 8. But if you can get out there and compete, and if you're in it in the fourth quarter, you obviously got a chance. And that's one thing. If you can find the time or find the opportunities to be ahead in the fourth and maybe wind down the clock and let that thing burn, maybe you can scratch out a few W's.
Right. Illini football is about to kick off as well. I'm sure you usually go to a couple games a year. Starting to get those recruits that in the past that they haven't been able to sign. Those 4- and 5-star recruits are, starting to come over to Illinois. I don't know if it's because of Lovie Smith, the big name, and some of the coaches he brought along with him, but Illini football it's looking good.
Well, it's absolutely Lovie Smith and the assistants, because it's not because of the W's. There haven't been a lot of those lately. So, whether you think he can coach or not, you're probably basing it on the Bears. And yes, they did go to the Super Bowl, but it's the name. Kids are attracted to a number of different things. One is facilities. 2 is playing time, and maybe 2A would probably be the head coach and how they fit with the relationship or the relationships in their area. As you've seen, if you follow the recruiting, a lot of their kids have come from the Chicagoland area, and that's ultimately done by Lovey and probably a couple of the assistants. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm looking at I'm gonna try and go over to the game in North Carolina. I think they play at 6:30 game on September the 10th. That's going to be a fun game, fun night game. So looking forward to that, and hopefully a different atmosphere over in Champaign as well.
Now you want to talk some baseball? You walk in here with the Cubs shirt on, flashing it proudly. Last night, Chapman blew a game. I stayed up and watched it at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was extra innings. Colorado won it in the 11th. Chapman comes in with a run lead, and all they're doing is slapping at the ball. And when you're throwing the ball up there 101, 102 miles an hour, you make contact, it's going to go. So hopefully they'll get their bullpen figured out. They brought two kids up yesterday that I thought looked pretty good. Perez, and I can't even pronounce the other guy's name. I won't even butcher it, but brought them up because we put Lackey on the DL.
Yeah.
We got Strope on the DL, Rondon on the DL. So a little beat up right now, but we got to get that bullpen figured out.
Well, it's going to happen, and I went to bed. It was 5-2 in the 6th or something like that, and woke up to see that we lost 7-6. But I also was reading some things that Chapman seemed to go to the breaking ball a lot on one of the batters, and one of the guys on the internet today was confused on if you're throwing 102, what are you going to the breaking ball several times in a row for? And it seems like, as you said, they slapped a couple hits in, and those things can happen. If you can't catch up to the heat, don't give them a chance with the slider. So those happen, and they've been on a heck of a run since the All-Star break. They've been fun to watch. Of course, I watched the game the other day with Bryant, went 5 for 5.
Yeah.
They've really had a nice stretch after that subpar stretch before they hit the All-Star break. They've had a good after the All-Star break, and they've been playing well. They've been hitting the ball. Like to see Rizzo start to hit the ball well. Of course, you like to see Hayward start to do something.
Yeah.
Regardless of the money you've given him. You can pay anybody to play some defense, and a guy can't even lay a butt down, it seems like, anymore. So the Cardinal fans, as Jim's probably just smirking at us while we're talking about
well, they're also
Hayward.
also 12 games back. He can smirk all he wants.
Hayward all that kind of money, but it's going to be. He's going to. Madden's going to have a decision when it comes playoff time. He's almost a guaranteed out anymore. He's not even hitting his weight, and he's going to have a decision to make. Is this guy going to play? Are you going to take him out after? Are you only going to put him in toward like the 7th inning where he may only get one bat and save him for his defense? Or he's got Solaire's started out okay, but now he's kind of fiddling off after he came back from being injured. But I think Madden's going to have a tough decision to make. Do I put this liability from the offensive standpoint out in the field? Defense, you can't. We don't have anybody close to that, but he definitely is an offensive liability because he doesn't even look comfortable up there at all.
No, they shut him down this weekend. They're going to give him a few days off. Just try to get his mind right, I guess.
Yeah.
It's got to be mental right now because he is a good athlete and he has hit in the past. I think just now it's in his head, and you're just waiting for that game where he breaks out, and it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Down the stretch. The Nationals are playing pretty good baseball. The Giants have struggled and kind of fell off a little bit, but they're right in the race with the Dodgers. So I think the National League, to me, the National League's by far the best league. You put the Nationals out there, you got the Cubs, and then you got the Giants and the Dodgers. I don't think, just saying now, I don't think anybody in the American League is going to compete with any of those guys in the National League. They got too much pitching. The Nationals are deep with pitching. They've also got good hitters. The Cubs are right there. And unfortunately, for a Cub fan, you can never count the Cardinals out. I don't care how much talent or what they do or don't have. Matheny's pretty good, and that winning mentality sometimes takes over. Yeah,
and they've got the Cubs number, so you don't really want to see them in a 5-game series. Anything can happen, but you play the games you got and just kind of hope for the best. And
how's your Phillies, Lloyd?
They are rebuilding. They went 11 innings last night.
Nice. Okay.
Against the Cardinals.
Extra baseball.
They came in. Yeah, they came in second in their game.
Can't help us out, can you?
Yeah.
Can't even take care of the Cardinals.
No.
Yeah. So you got basketball coming up. Regular basketball. It'll be here before you know it. I know talking about it already. It's it's August, but before you know it, to be here.
Junior high basketball season will be kicking in. You got, of course, I've been watching a lot of the Olympics.
Yeah.
What the USA have been able to do. Unbelievable, the domination in the pool that we have shown. It just, I don't know if anybody else swims besides anybody in the U.S. I mean, it just, of course you got Phelps, but even a lot, the Ledecky and some of the younger guys, of course, the kid from Springfield. What a story that was for our area. But yeah, it's the Olympics have been fun. The basketball team is hard to watch. I'm not sure what Coach K's done with them. They just, it's one-on-one. I mean, you watch some of the other teams, foreign teams are running plays, they're doing backdoor cuts, or they're making extra passes. We simply give the ball to Carmelo or Kyrie Irving or Durant and say, hey guys, if you don't score, we look like crap. And that's basically the good thing is that the USA has better athletes. So it's been tough to watch that, I guess. But
I haven't watched much of it.
No, don't tune in. I watched some of it last night, and it was a waste of 28 minutes that I spent watching.
You won't get those 28 minutes back.
No, and it's really like watching an NBA team. They just sit there and run the pick and roll, and they foul a lot, and then they complain after every foul if the guy gets the bloody nose. I mean, they haven't fouled him, so it's tough to watch. But they are winning, and they'll probably win the gold just because we're much better athletes.
Yeah, a lot of sports in the Olympics I didn't even know existed. They did bring golf back this year, which that was kind of fun. Had a U.S. guy finish third, and the Rose from Great Britain wins it all, and the women are playing right now, so that looks like that might stick around for a while. Golf is getting big again. And
table tennis and men's volleyball on the court. The sand is good too, but on the court, the speed and the power that they hit the ball with. Why anybody would want to stand in front of that and take it off their forearms, I have no idea. But
yeah, that's coming out there, like 70 some miles an hour.
Fun to watch.
It is fun, and like you said, I wouldn't want to be.
It's not popular around here, but a lot of schools, especially Chicago and then California in that area, have high school volleyball for men and stuff. So, but man, are those superior athletes?
Well, they hit it.
Oh, yeah.
And it goes with that on the beach volleyball too. How they move around. Two people on the sand move around like that, and it's hard for me to walk on sand like that. Not alone jump and spike it over the net. I know they're a little better shape than I am, but it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys have talked about it, but another great day here in Emden at the Stag-R-Inn and the ALS Run Walk. Over what they have, 200 over
330.
What an event for a town of 500 people, maybe less than that, to put this on. And I took some pictures for some people from Washington, Illinois. Had some family members that had struggled with the disease, and they came to run or walk or whatever. So, a lot of things going on here, and it sounds like it's going to continue all day.
Yeah, all day. They got a bags tournament, 50-50, a silent auction, all kinds of things going on. So get on out here and open up your checkbook there, Komnick.
That's right. I'm going to head over there here in just a little bit and see if there's any. I got some Illinois tickets a couple of years ago. Parking pass, football. It's kind of nice. So.
Yeah, I think they have some Cub Cards tickets coming up, so maybe go snag those. This kid wants to go to a Cub game. He's got his Cub shirt on.
I took them to the College World Series and went there, so that pretty much drained us. That's worse than Wrigley Field.
It was a lot expensive over there.
It was
Omaha's a neat place, though.
It was very neat. Of course, we had a little interest in it farther than just watching the game, but it was expensive. They jacked up. Well, also, I'll tell you, across the street, the swimming and diving time trials and trials were going on for the Olympics.
Really?
So Phelps was there. So the hotels were $450 if you stayed downtown. So.
Well, you guys had to stay extra night, didn't you?
Yeah, we planned on staying, but then we took off the next day after the game. We planned on staying, but we didn't stay downtown. I'll tell you that. It was, the tickets were bad enough, and then we ended up getting out of there. But what a fun thing that was. So we're going to stay off the Cardinals and Cubs and watch it at home this year.
There you go. There you go. Well, Josh, thanks for swinging by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime.
We'll be back on come back on after the Railers kick it with some football and some basketball. We'll be shortly.
It's
coming.
Boy, it's sneaking up on us.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. We come back. I don't even know what we're going to talk about now, Lloyd.
We'll figure out something.
We're going to just get you to talk.
All right, we can do that.
Stay tuned. You're on the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. As always, we're on the web at WLCNonline.com. We have Facebook, Cheap Seats, and you can tweet us at WLCN Sports.
You are correct, sir.
Loyd Kirby with me this morning. Jake and Joe are off doing their own thing. And now it's time for everybody's favorite segment.
Time now for hats off. Time now for hats off. People put it down cause it's not very good, but we've got theme songs. Joe didn't show, he's not here to jog. He's probably out somewhere riding corn dogs. Lord have mercy on our listeners, it's time now for hats off.
It is time for hats off.
Is there more to that? Or
No, that's it.
That's it?
That's it. Well, there's a little instrumental music here.
It is.
Yeah.
It is time for hats off. And Lloyd, who's your hats off go to today?
I got all kinds of them. I got numerous hats. Let's start with Chase Utley.
Why?
Why? Got traded to the Dodgers a year ago yesterday. And then in that time, he never returned to Philadelphia as a player. So this past week, he finally had his first game back as a member of a visiting team. People always talk about Phillies fans are the worst and how they booed Santa Claus and this and that and the other. They gave him a 90 seconds standing ovation before his first at bat. He struck out. Then he comes back next at bat. Flair for the dramatic, hits a home run. Gets a standing ovation, gets a curtain call from the Phillies fans.
Does he take it?
He does, as a visiting player. Comes up a couple at bats later with the bases loaded. Grand slam. Second curtain call as a visiting player. So, hats off to Utley, hats off to the Phillies fans. Just pretty classy.
Classy?
Classy.
It's about time.
Classy and sassy. How about hats off to the Baltimore Orioles?
Okay. Hats off to them.
Hats off. You gonna tell us why?
Why?
Yesterday in their game, they lost, which isn't really why the hats go off, but they hit 4 home runs before making their first out. Major league record. No other team had ever hit that many home runs before registering their first out. So hats off to them. Hats off to the Cleveland Indians. Came back in their game, finished their rally with an inside-the-park home run to win.
Saw that, yeah. Inside the park home.
Tyler McQuinn hit the game-ending inside-the-park home run to cap a 2-run. 9th inning as the Indians stunned the Toronto Blue Jays 3-2. It was only the second time and first since 1916 that the Indians ended a victory with an inside-the-park home run. So hats off to them.
So that was all MLB-based.
Yes,
baseball-based, hats off. I'm going to flop over to the Olympics, and my hats off is going to go to the fastest man in the world, Usain Bolt. But the guy wins the 100 and 200, and it's effortless. I mean, the guy it just doesn't look like he's even trying out there, and he's just dominating the field.
He's pretty good.
It's an understatement. Pretty good. So Usain Bolt of Jamaica, the fastest man in the world.
Yes.
And
hats off to him.
That's our hats off for today.
That's it?
We're going to have an outro. No outro?
No. By audience demand.
Oh.
Audience request. No outro.
Okay. So that was hats off.
That was hats off. All right, now what? You got the agenda over there.
Now what? What do we want to talk about now?
What do we got? We got 14 minutes to fill.
14 minutes. Phone lines are not open.
Nope, no phone lines today, so you got to tweet us at WLCN Sports.
At WLCN Sports on the old tweet.
On the old tweeter. You are correct, sir.
Tweeter. You're a baseball guy. Give us your thoughts on what's going down in the MLB right now.
Just going to give me a blank intro like that.
I mean, your Phillies, they're out of it.
They are out of it.
How do you see the National League? How do you see it, finishing? And who's the favorite in the American League?
Well, I don't know. I tend to agree with what Josh said as far as the National League looks like it's stronger, but I don't know. Those teams at the top of the American League, Toronto, Cleveland, and Texas are holding the 3 division leads. Texas, I think, is in a short series, they've won 4 straight. I think they're pretty tough. They're pretty tough. And then, of course, you move down to the wild card standings. Boston leading the wild card by 1 game over Baltimore. And then following them, Seattle, Detroit. The Yankees are 5 back in the wild card race. So I think overall, like I said, I would agree with Josh. The National League, team-wise, is stronger, but those upper teams, and Cleveland has played really well this year. They're 20 games over 500 as well. But you put them against Washington, the Cubs, and the Giants that are leading the divisions in the National League. Each of those teams are pretty strong too. And put them in a short series, all of them, as long as their pitching lines up and holds out. I guess that's why they play the games on the field rather than on paper or on computer here, because it's, like I said, they both got a lot of good starting pitching, and Cubs offense is coming around. Bryant had that 5-for-5 game you were talking about earlier, and hopefully Rizzo starts to hit for them. So it'll be fun to watch.
It will be. I kind of feel the same way. It's just anything can happen, though. With that wild card, you got that 5-game series. You got a team with 2 solid pitchers that can dominate a 5-game series. So anything can happen, obviously. But I feel good about the Cubs. As soon as we get healthy, our bullpen a little beat up right now.
I heard a rumor the other day about a fix for their bullpen. Papelbon. Well,
he hasn't signed yet.
He has not.
And I don't know. For some reason, Washington didn't want to keep him around. It's not the Papelbon of 5, 6, 7 years ago when he was dominant.
Not.
But can he come in and, kind of be a specialist? Maybe.
And, of course, there's a connection there with Theo and
Lackey
going back to
Lester.
So, they know what they're getting if they do sign him.
That might be something they're looking into now, especially after last night's debacle.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
We'll see. I don't know. Obviously, if it was something that they wanted to get done, it would have been done by now. But
you would think so.
We'll see after last night's performance if that speeds them up any quicker to make another move.
Yeah, might be a little motivation there.
Well, we got about 10 minutes, Lloyd. Let's swing on over to football.
All right, let's.
You Chicago Bears fans out there, how are you feeling right now after 2 preseason games? I know the first game we just didn't look good at all. Couldn't even put any points on the board. Then we go to New England, and I think our first team offense, we moved the ball, put some points up on the board. It's really hard to. Everything's so vanilla right now, so it's really hard to get a take on, what they're going to be like. They're going to have their struggles offensively. Defensively, they're much improved. And then we got some banged up guys already that aren't playing much preseason. So, Bears fans, are you nervous? Are you kind of just sitting back, taking this year off? Or just what's your expectations? Tweet us at WLCN Sports. Give us your thoughts on that. The Buccaneers, how are they going to be this year, Lloyd?
Well, I'm optimistic, but I'm generally optimistic, and then the
season starts.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Frank Caliendo skit where he talks about being a Packers fan. First week, we're going to the Super Bowl. Then after the week's first game, we're going to be okay. We're going to be all right.
And then 2-3 weeks down the road,
what are we doing out there? Fire that coach. That's generally the same. Buccaneers fans tend to trend on that same line too as well. So, but I don't know. Hopefully, famous Jameis, and they've kind of beefed up their offensive and defensive lines. So we'll see how it goes. Kind of like we were talking with baseball. It's play the games on the field rather than on paper or on a computer screen. And
that's the thing with football. Anything can happen. Anybody can have an off day. Turn the ball over, having a bad day, and turnovers can hurt you. But you see, you just never know. You can speculate all you want at the beginning of the season, but until they get out there, strap it on, pat them up.
And it's so tough in the preseason too, because obviously they're trying to get the reps in for some of the guys are going to start, but they're also evaluating players, and maybe someone's playing a different position than last year, and they're
right. And typically week 3 is the week where you can kind of get a little bit of clarity of what it's going to look like, because that's all your starters are going to go well into the third quarter, and then they'll bring in the backups, and then week 4 your starters I don't think play even hardly at all. But you just kind of, it's hard to judge right now. Obviously when regular season rolls around, everybody's a little more amped up. Preseason's kind of like spring training baseball, just
exactly.
out there trying to get in shape, get the playbook down. You're not running your like I said before, the plays are a little more vanilla. There's not much to them. You're just trying to get your schemes, your blocking schemes. You're trying to get your line together on the same page, and go from there. But typically a John Fox coach team, the second year after he takes over, you see a big improvement, and we've yet to see that, but still early, and we're into week 2 of preseason, 2 more games of preseason, and regular season will be kicking off.
You're correct. I'm surprised Joe hasn't tweeted us or texted us. I see the Cardinals played the Chargers.
Oh, they got demolished.
Yeah, 19-3.
They're 0-2. Yeah. They're waiting until they get the Super Bowl back.
That's a perfect record. You can't really do much better.
He's used to being 0-2, so it's no different. That's like home to him.
And let's see who else played yesterday. The Cowboys beat the Dolphins 41-14, and the Redskins beat the Jets 22-18. So lots of things going on, lots of games going on. Today as well.
Got some games today, huh?
Yeah. Panthers and the Titans, Giants and the Bills, Ravens and Colts, Buccaneers and Jaguars.
Smile, Lloyd.
Hello. Oh, that's a J.
You broke her camera.
Oh, well. He said I had a face made for radio anyway.
Hey, we're at the Stag-R-Inn today for the 5th annual ALS Run Walk 5K to benefit ALS and Lou Gehrig's research and find a cure for that, and they'll be here all day. They're going to have a silent auction coming up, a 50-50 bags tournament. They got food. The Stag-R-Inn bar right now is starting to fill up. I think they're done running, so everybody's kind of filtering in, cooling off, getting a refreshment, and grab something to eat.
Maybe they're not done running. Maybe that's where Joe and Jake are.
They might be running
They're out
together.
on the course still, yeah.
Holding hands, running.
I'm not going to say that, but I guess you did.
I'm almost positive that they're not out there running. I know what Jake's doing right now. He's probably getting set up for his big day today, his 15th anniversary celebration.
Happy anniversary,
Happy
Jake.
anniversary to Jake's Furnishings, and they are giving away a $1,500 Ashley Furniture shopping spree and a $1,500 Bimco or Spring Air mattress, along with other awesome prizes and food. You have until 2 p.m. to sign up. The drawing will be at 3 o'clock today. Get out there, register to win. You have to be present to win. If you're not there, they'll reach back in and grab another name.
They will.
They will. So if there's only 2 people there, your odds are pretty good. But I can see it being a full house today. Whenever Jake throws something, he goes all out. I don't know what kind of food he's going to have there.
There'll be plenty of it, I'm sure.
There'll be plenty of it. And while you're there, check out some of the furniture that he has. And, if he doesn't have it there, he can get it in there. And you can go in there at 1100 Woodlawn Road or call 735-1212. Jake's Furnishings. Go in there and make it your own, Lloyd.
The whole store.
Make it your own.
Make it all your own.
How much time we got? We got 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Jim says just cut it off. You guys
cut it off.
The Kirby suck. Although we covered a lot of ground today.
We did.
Covered a lot of ground.
Olympics, high school
It was
football.
some educational talk instead of some babbling.
Dropping some knowledge,
Dropping some knowledge. Thanks for Komnick coming on. As always, he'll be doing your Lincoln Rather basketball games this year. Last year, we're in the Central State 8, so the football team as well. They'll be in the Central State 8. This is their final year, and then moving on to the Apollo. So it's kind of bittersweet. You go out, and this will be the last time you go out and get to see a Springfield High team or ASHG, thank goodness, Rochester, But Taylorville will be back in the conference, so you'll get to see them again, and then you'll get to make all the long road trips as well.
Yes, you will.
So what's the Lincoln Rather football schedule look like here, Lloyd?
Well, they open up Saturday against Springfield next Friday night at home. And then the next week, which is September 2nd, they are at Decatur Eisenhower. Following week, September 9th, they are at Sacred Heart Griffin. Or no, I'm sorry, they're home against Sacred Heart Griffin. The 16th, they are at Rochester. 23rd, home against MacArthur. That's the homecoming game. And then on September 30th, they are at Jacksonville. And then a pair of home games in a row. October 7th, they host Lanphier. And then on the 14th is senior night against Southeast, Springfield Southeast. And then final game of the regular season, October 21st against Chatham Glenwood at Glenwood. So
at Glenwood.
At Glenwood. And that will close out the regular season schedule.
And then playoffs start.
Then playoffs. Soon after. Hey, you never know.
You never know, Lloyd. You never know. Let's see what else we got going on here in Railer Nation.
Next week we'll be at the Balloon Fest. And you're not going to pilot a balloon, you say?
No, I will not do that. Yeah, we will be out at Logan County Airport next week. Hopefully I'll be there with you. You might have to fill in again, Lloyd. It might be your show. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, the Logan County Balloon Fest going on.
Go into all the detail they gave us about next week's broadcast.
Just join us.
Join us next.
Yeah.
At the Logan
you know,
County
I saw online there's going to be a look like a pirate ship or something coming. So that'd be pretty neat.
That'll be pretty neat.
And if the wind blows just right, it goes right in my backyard. So
cool.
Hopefully I can just look out the window and watch those balloons fly over.
You know, if that's the case, we could broadcast from your place.
Right on the deck. We could. We could.
Did you get that finished? Get that all stained and everything?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been done for a while.
Oh, hats off to you.
Yep. All right, that is going to do it for us. Be sure to check out all of our programs and recordings on LCTV Channel 5 in Lincoln. Go at WLCNonline.com. You can view everything we've done. Hit the archives. And if there's any past shows you want to see that maybe you got a family member or a son or daughter on, you can watch those as well. And we'd also like to thank the Hampton Inn. They usually sponsor us, bring us some coffee and bagels and stuff. But today, just under the circumstances, being out of town, they weren't able to do that. So
we get twice as much next week.
Next week. So,
sweet.
Yeah. All right, tune in next week. We'll be at down at the airport for the Logan County Balloon Fest. So that's always fun time. Another fair and stuff like that going on for the kids.
Rides and booths and all that good kind
of stuff. And if you got anything going on today, get out here to Emden, little community of Emden, for the 5th annual ALS walk run, which is over, but they have a 50-50 bags tourney and silent auction. So get on out here to Emden. That's going to do it for us. Till next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Good day.